Hey, Bill, you are officially on the clock. Huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel, and welcome to Game 12, Russ'S Rant. Carolina just got destroyed at the hands of NC State. And before that, they lost the victory bell for the second year in a row against Duke. And before that, they got their asses handed to them out there in Winston-Salem against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time since 1988, 1989, somewhere around there, where Carolina has been swept in the state of North Carolina. And it is absolutely, unequivocally unacceptable. Unacceptable. Whatever the stinking proper vernacular is. Disgusting. Disgusting. Go ahead and buckle your seatbelts, dude. I'm going to try to keep this PG-13. But there are some things that need to be said, man, and they're going to be uncomfortable for Tar Heel Nation. They're uncomfortable for me, and you know what? It might even give some people some damn cannon fodder. But sometimes, bro, you have got to stinking mention, talk about, work through the elephant that is in the room. And here as of late, I would say since the Butch Davis time, Carolina has been unbelievably soft. Milquetoast. And it ain't just the team. I'm talking about the fan base. I'm talking about the players. I'm talking about the coaching staff. The craziest thing to me here in 2025, man, and look, this is just my personal opinion. Not a damn thing has changed. Matter of fact, I think there's been just a little bit of regression, if you will. Last year, dude, offense was atrocious. Obviously, Omarion Hampton was absolutely fantastic, shouldered the load the entire year. But we had taken a drastic step back from some of the offenses that we've experienced as Carolina fans. Dude, I can't even begin to describe how abysmal this offense was. And you know what? It doesn't even start with the players. It starts with the coaching staff, and it starts with Bill Belichick. It starts with Bill Belichick. Hey, man, I got to start at the stinking top. And don't worry, players, fan bases, everybody is getting some stinking smoke in this one because everybody deserves some dadgum smoke, man. Bill Belichick came in here, bro. We thought that we were going to stinking get discipline, accountability. If you don't play well, your ass is going to be on the bench. The best man is going to stinking play. I'm telling you here, right now, in front of the whole stinking world, in front of all of Tar Heel Nation, in front of all of our stinking enemies, that was not the case. That was not the stinking case, man. We saw time and time again where Carolina just seemingly stuck with their stinking guy. I don't even know why the hell that we're sticking with some of these guys that are just underperforming night in and night out, but there's just no change at certain positions, and it absolutely boggles my mind. Discipline, accountability, and reason out there on the sidelines was almost unseen. Unseen. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. And I know that there's maybe a learning curve here coming from the NFL to college, but now that the season's over, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know how I really feel about this thing. That was one of the worst coaching jobs I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes, that's right. The GOAT. The 6-time head coach Super Bowl winning champion, the 2-time defensive coordinator as a Super Bowl champion, did one of the worst jobs, if not the worst job, that I, Russ the Tar Heel, have ever seen at the college level. It was atrocious. And in so many ways, bro, what we attempted to do as a football team defied any sense of logic. It absolutely was the epitome of unreasonableness in so many different areas. I mean, if one didn't know better, and I don't believe that this is the case, you would almost think that he was being paid to sabotage the program, because only somebody that would sabotage a program would be making some of the decisions that we have seen. That is, unless Bill Belichick is not in control. I don't know, was it Mike Lombardi? If that's the case, that's a damn issue. If Mike Lombardi has any say-so whatsoever in what player is freaking playing in this game, that is unacceptable. He's not a head coach. He doesn't deserve that stinking authority. He's not qualified to have that authority. I'm not saying that's the case, but if it ain't Bill Belichick, who in the hell is it? And if it is Bill Belichick, how in the world do you justify having Gio Lopez, who passed for under 2,000 yards this year? You know, we're celebrating the fact that he threw for over 200 yards a game for 5 straight games. That is laughable. That is absolutely laughable. We don't even do that for high school athletes. Oh, just for your information, this high school athlete has passed for over 200 yards in 5 straight games. Nobody cares. That's not a crazy number. That is not a crazy number. It is mind-boggling to me that we would even consider that a stat worth repeating or putting up on the screen. The offense was trash. Some of the coaching was trash. The discipline was trash. You did not seem to have any kind of control of this team whatsoever. And we saw that very clear towards the tail end of the season, where Carolina could not get out of their own damn way because it was unsportsmanlike penalty after unsportsmanlike penalty, PI after PI, undisciplined against your two biggest rivals, against a rival that already has your stinking victory bell, and against a rival that has whooped your ass for 4 stinking years, bro. And you were manhandled, especially against NC State. It was disgusting. The scheme was disgusting. The coaching was disgusting. You did not change a thing. You didn't. Was the defense just a little bit better? I guess over the course of the year it was, even though it faded late. 42 points against stinking NC State, unable to maintain the lead against Duke. Giving up 28 points against Wake Forest, a team that was averaging 12 points a game in the 3 games prior to you playing them. Where is the scheming that was supposed to just be undefeatable at the college level? The great Bill Belichick enters Chapel Hill, dude, and no one stands a chance, except for that everybody stood a chance. Everyone. And look, man, I'm complicit in this because I told you guys, it's well documented. I'm not running away from it. I wanted this higher, but I could not have even began to, foresee some of the coaching. The coaching was almost heinous, man. I'm telling you, like, if you didn't know any better, dude, you would think that somebody was throwing something. It was that stinking abysmal. The lack of changes. Yes, there were lacks of change. There was not enough changes, especially at the quarterback position. Constantly rotating in backs made every time somebody got hot, you'd go with somebody else. Nobody could get in a stinking rhythm. The just abysmal offense, man. Throwing short passes out to the sideline, sticking with Gio Lopez game after game after game, when everybody and their mom knew that this thing is not stinking working. The offense is sputtering. We ended the season averaging about 17 points a game. 12 football games. He started, 11 of them? Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Freddie Kitchens, trash. Sorry, not sorry. The dude can't call a game to save his life. And you know what? That's if Bill Belichick didn't stinking handcuff him. Because it all goes back to the stinking head coach. You allow everything that happens in this program. If I'm going to give you all the glory for the successes that we have, I damn sure I'm going to come after your stinking head when we fail time after time again and you look aimlessly out there off the sideline and it doesn't seem like you're doing anything. It really doesn't seem like you're doing anything. And it's wild to me. It really is. It is stinking wild to me that we've invested $10 million a year to go 4-8, get swept in the state, and just completely embarrass this program from beginning to end. Because guess what? That's exactly what happened. Embarrassing. Lombardi's talking all this, you know what? I'm about to stinking use my bad words. Talking all this trash at the beginning of the season, how this program's going to change and this is going to do that. And now he's kind of moved the goalpost. You know, we're sitting here playing football and he's moving the goalpost on you. Oh, no, you know, actually, man, he's not going to acknowledge that there was some misevaluations or anything like that, because that would take a little bit of humility. No, we can't do that. We got to talk about, how it's, this excuse and this excuse. And we just didn't have the personnel to run the type of offense that we wanted to run. Well, here's a stinking idea for you, genius. Why don't you run an offensive scheme that is actually, conducive to the personnel that you actually have? Nebraska and Eric Crouch didn't run a stinking spread offense, with an option quarterback. And Tom Brady is not running the triple option. Oh, well, this is the personnel we have. We're going to stinking try to force this stinking square peg into this round circle. Are you stinking mad, bro? Are you mad? It's crazy to me. It is absolutely crazy to me. One would think, man, that, I've already said it already like 3 or 4 times. It's just absolute stupidity. Absolute stupidity, man. GM, coaching, I don't know who the hell is the most complicit in this matter. I don't know if they're both equally complicit in this matter. So I'm just going to go straight to the top. I'm going to say both of them. GM, head coach. You guys did one of the worst jobs that I've ever seen in my life. Moving on. The players. Oh, man, the players. The players. Now, I don't know exactly where to start with this one. All right, it's going to be a little long-winded. Stick with me here. Maybe this is, and my buddy Preston kind of brought this up. I think it was Pressman. Maybe it was Lovey. I can't remember. But maybe this is the side effect of not going after a local to your area. Bunch of Cali kids, Arizona kids, I don't freaking know, man. Texas kids that don't understand the importance of these local rivalries. Wake, Duke, NC State. Because those are the games that mattered the most this year, especially how crappy this season was going. And we almost no-showed in each one of them. Almost no-showed in each one of them and got stinking swept. Now, what I noticed is that the 3 opponents that we played, that stuff mattered to them. It mattered to them. It was personal to them. To you guys, oh yeah, the game's important. Yeah, you talked like it was important. You did not show that it was important. Lack of discipline. You didn't stinking penalties after the play was over, unsportsmanlike penalties. Costing your team field position in close games. Costing your team field position when you're stinking down by a bajillion. Unbelievable. 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 And some of these things go past schematics. You can only blame the coaches so much. Listen, I don't care what your skill level is. I don't care if you're 5'7", 195 pounds like me. What NC State did to Carolina, especially inside the 10, should make every single person on that defense lose a week's worth of sleep. Let me tell you something, bro. And this is me talk. It's the same stuff that I would say to my stinking little brother. Let me tell you something. You got your asses pushed back all night long. That line of scrimmage, bro, those were their men, dominated our men. They dominated you. They completely destroyed you off the line of scrimmage, and you almost did nothing about it, especially in the stinking red zone, especially inside the 10. Very seldomly, if at all, did you bow up and show that you had some stinking stones. That is a cultural issue. That is a cultural issue. I saw a whole bunch of Wolfies high-fiving and getting hyped and everything. I didn't see much of that on the Carolina side. I didn't see much of that on the Carolina side. Do we not have any leaders? Do we not have any guys with some stinking stones? Do we not have anybody that's going to play for some damn pride? If you're not going to do it for the name on the front of your chest, you damn well better do it for the name that's on the back of your stinking jersey. I can't even imagine the talk that my old man would have had with me, dude, if I would have been a backer on that team or a safety on that team. Holy cow, that would have been a long ride home. And for anybody that thinks that I wouldn't say this to each one of those players' faces, you are out of your freaking mind, bro. The truth is the truth. And listen, you might have got bitched. That's not in my stinking blood, bro. All right? You're going to get all 195 of me. And the only reason that I say that is to prove this point, okay? I'm going to give you everything on every play. I do that in life because that's what you should do as a daggone man. You sure as shit should do that as a stinking football player. Proud of the university that you represent that has been getting manhandled by your arch rival year after year after year, and you let their men dominate our men, and you give very little, if no pushback, bro. It's disgusting. It's shameful. You know, listen, you should lose sleep. I hope you lose sleep. If you don't, then this isn't the game for you. That's exact. If you didn't lose any sleep last night, bro, you got your little food, you got on the bus, you went home, and you were like, hey, man, where am I going next year? Hey, bro, hit the road. Hit the road. Because already you have the wrong mindset. You don't have the right mindset for here. Matter of fact, you're complicit in how this happened in the first place, bro. You don't have any stones. You don't have any pride. For the front or the stinking back. Listen, keeping it 100, bro, keeping it a buck. It's that uncomfortable stinking former athlete talk that a lot of people don't understand. It's the type of talk that happens in the locker room. When a coach goes in there and he starts calling people out, dude, for being soft, for getting pushed around. You gonna let him do that to you? Is your girl up there, bro? Your girl's up there? Oh, she's watching this? She's watching that dude push you around? Yeah, this is the type of stuff we talk about in locker rooms. This is the type of stuff that gets people throwing hands. You know what needs to happen more often? Seems like a lot of people need to be throwing hands in that stinking locker room. Maybe the testosterone will go somewhere else except the ass. Maybe it will flow throughout the rest of the body. Now, like I said, man, I know a lot of people aren't ready for this talk. I'll probably lose some stinking subscribers. Don't care. Don't care. Because I stinking care more about this football program than any one of you stinking limp-wristed softies that want to sit here and watch football like it's ballerina. It's not ballerina. It is civilized freaking war, and you did not play like it was civilized freaking war. Listen, we got a culture problem, man. We got a culture problem from the athletes. It's disgusting. The last 10 to 15 years, bro, it's been a bunch of prima donnas with no stinking heart, no stinking spine, no stinking backbone. You got one or two. You got Drake come through. You got Sam Howell that plays his ass off. You got O'Mary in Hampton that holds it stinking down. You got a couple of dudes. But you never put it together as a whole football team. Crap's disgusting, man. We have a culture problem within this thing. It's not a football culture. You guys play football like you're on the basketball team. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. You're as soft as a stinking power forward trying to box somebody out, bro. Go play basketball. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of watching my football team get bullied. Get bossed around by stinking NC State. Be controlled, manhandled, drove into the ground while your stinking girl is up there stinking, watching you get Just absolutely dominated, bro. What kind of man accepts that, dude? Look, like I said, same thing. These are talks that I've had in stinking locker rooms, bro. Little old Russ the Tar Heel. Back before I was Russ the Tar Heel. And yes, saying this to my stinking backers and defensive tackles. Not holding their weight. I'm making all these tackles in the third level. Hey, man. Sometimes you got to keep it 100, bro. Carolina needs somebody to keep it a buck. The culture is trash. It has not changed under Mac. It didn't change under Bill Belichick. I don't care what anybody says. The fan base. Let me get to the fan base. Now, this is not everybody. All right. Bible talks about the 7,000. You know, the 7,000. Go look it up. There's some stinking dogs within Tar Heel Nation, fan-wise, that are here, win, lose, or draw, that aren't going to give up, whether we go 12-0 or 0-12, 6-6, 3-9, 9-3, it doesn't matter. But let me tell you something, bro. And it's going to hit hard. You guys suck. This fan base, football-wise, you guys suck. You're terrible. Got no loyalty, no stinking backbone, and the minute that things go wrong, you say, I'm out. I'm checking out, bro. You suck. I don't care how that makes you feel. I don't care if you don't like that about me. I don't care if you think that that's a little over the top. No, you suck as a fan. You do. NC State went 7-5, if I'm not mistaken. They sold out their 27th consecutive freaking home game. You clowns, and I'm talking about my brethren, okay? You show out during the TCU game. Yep, me and Hutch were there. Oh, you were there. You were there, loud and stinking proud. Why? Because you thought, oh, this crap was going to be a stinking slam dunk, bro. Michael Jordan from the free throw line. Ha, 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 ha. That's what you thought. And you weren't stinking in it for the long run. Now, look, I thought the same thing. But if you thought for 1 second that just because it didn't go the way that I wanted it to, I was going to stinking back out of this thing, where is your stinking loyalty? Where is your spine? Where are your stones? Some of y'all are in here talking about how ashamed you are of the program. Listen, I understand to a certain extent the same reasons that I'm pissed off, but I'm a Tar Heel, bro, and I'm here, win, lose, or draw, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to take these punches on the stinking chin. You say, well, I'm just not stinking built that way, Russ. It just doesn't mean that much to me. That's the damn problem right there. That's the damn problem right there, because TCU happens, bro, and you run for the stinking hills. You put all your stinking Carolina gear in the closet because you're ashamed. Of what? Being a stinking Tar Heel, you can't hold your weight? Oh, well, they don't hold their weight. What the hell does that got to do with you? What does that got to do with you? You're the same guy at the job that says, well, he's not working hard, therefore I'm not working hard. No, you're getting paid to work your ass off, bro, so work your stinking ass off. Be there for the team. Support the team. Stay until the end of the freaking game. Show up. Especially if you're in that stinking geographical area, man. If I was still in the area, bro, I'd be at every damn home game. Every one. The problem with most of the Tar Heel Nation, man, and look, like I said, not all of them, to whom it applies, it stinking applies. The problem with Tar Heel Nation is most of y'all, you don't have the stinking spine to stick through things when they stinking get tough. And that ain't just being a stinking fan, bro. That's not just being a fan, okay? Men are supposed to stinking stand, especially when stinking things get tough. Hold your freaking ground, man. But no, nope. Running for the stinking hills, man. Taking everything that I got, and I'm leaving. Say, man, I don't like that, Russ. Hey, man, I don't like it either, bro. That's why I'm talking about it. Talk about these players getting stinking pushed around. Their stinking girl is up there in the stands watching it. How are they supposed to respect you knowing that there's other stinking men out here dominating you? But you stinking tuck your tail and run, bro, every time things get tough? Do you do that in other phases of your life? Or is that just stinking football? You say, man, Russ, we're talking about a college football game. No, I'm talking about fanhood, man. I'm talking about buy-in to the program. I'm talking about supporting these kids. You say, man, you've been rough on the coaches. You've been rough on the stinking kids. You've been rough on the stinking fans. That's because I stinking care. You don't care. That's why you don't give a damn enough to stinking stand tall when the times get tough. Do you think I wanted to go 4-8? I'm the one whose face is all over stinking YouTube. I'm the brunt of everybody's jokes. I thought that this thing was going to start in a completely different trajectory than what it did. But I've been here since the stinking beginning. And the only thing that I ask as a fellow fan is for you to do the same. Are you a Tar Heel only when we're winning natties? Are you a Tar Heel only when we're winning conference championships? That's how you're built, bro. That's how you're built. Listen to me. If that's how you're built, please, by all means, turn in your gear. Choose a different team, bro, because I'm sick of those type of people wearing my stinking color. Keep it at 100. Keep it at 100. Look, man, you know why people come here, bro? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. You're not getting this from anywhere else. You're not getting this locker room talk from anywhere else. You're not getting this real life from anywhere else. No, your boy. Because I stinking care, man. And I'm willing to lose all of this for my football team to be good. For my football team to have a stinking backbone. For my coaching staff to stinking look like they actually know what the hell is going on and they give a damn. You know what was one of the worst things that I saw, dude, real quick? I was watching Manny Diaz in his freaking locker room, pumping his guys up. I haven't seen that from Bill Belichick at all. Hell, I ain't even seen that from Steve Belichick. I haven't seen that from an assistant coach. Why have I not seen that? Why in the world am I seeing Manny Diaz get his stinking kids motivated? Listen, I can't stand Dave Doran, but you know what I respect about Dave Doran? He cares. He has his team, and they hate us, as they should. And he's ready to stinking go to war every time they line up against the boys and stinking Carolina Blue. And it seems like only one or two guys are ready to stinking toe the line. Everybody else is just like, well, I'm freaking here. Nah, they're taking it serious. Dave Doran's taking it serious. Manny Diaz is taking it serious. They're motivated. They're ready. Jake Dickert is taking it serious. The Wake Forest fan base is taking it serious. Tar Heel Nation, M.I. freaking A, bro. Listen to me, and listen to me real good. For you jokers that are like, well, I'm not gonna put in any effort because I'm just not getting any return on my investment. You know what, man? Listen, it's crazy how the Wake Forest fan doesn't think that. How the hell do you become a Wake Forest fan, but they sell out their damn stadium? It's crazy how the Duke fan doesn't think that. All of a sudden there's Duke football fans. It's crazy how 27 sellouts in a row at Carter Finley. The NC State fan doesn't think about that. You say, oh, well, Carolina hasn't been very good. They don't deserve my support. Well, hell, dude. NC State hasn't been very good either. They've been mid, bad, mid. And guess what they do? They sell out their freaking stadium because their fans care. The staff sucks. Players sucked. The fans sucked. Nobody, no one is stinking below this smoke, bro. Every single one of us is complicit. And until the culture changes at all three of those freaking levels, bro, it ain't nobody's fault but ours. This is the second year in a row, bro. The second year in a row. And this was a literal regression. Not even close to what I envisioned. And we are all freaking complicit. I think there needs to be a lot of soul searching as we go into the offseason. The staff, the players, do you want to be here or not, bro? Does that interlocking NC that's right here on your stinking collar, does that matter to you or not? Does that Argyle stinking matter to you or not? Does that Carolina blue matter to you or not? If not, bro, please get the hell out, dog. Get the hell out. If you're a stinking fan, okay, that you had season tickets or something like that, and then all of a sudden Carolina wasn't good, and you just decided, I'm not going to the game, I'm not supporting the team, hey, please, turn your stuff in, bro. Turn your stuff in. I know that there's going to be a ton of Carolina fans, dude, that are pissed at me. Guess what? I don't give a damn because my football program is much more important than your simple pansy ass. I'm tired of it. It's that kind of soft mentality where my words are hurting your stinking feelings. You think I'm being a little uncouth. Hey, bro, this ain't badminton. This is football. It's supposed to be a bunch of testosterone running around here. A bunch of alpha males. Sick of it, man. A lot of soul searching, bro. And like I said at the beginning of this daggone thing, man, hey, your boy ain't going nowhere. I'm locked in, bro. I'm a Tar Heel till I die. Born, bred, and stinking dead. You don't have to like me. I'll be honest with you. I don't give two rips whether you like me or not. Some things need to be said, man. And if I gotta be the bad guy and say it, I'll be the bad guy and say it. Somebody around here's gotta have some daggone stones. So anyway, man, whether you like this or not, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like it, by all means, freaking unsubscribe, bro. I will not lose 1 ounce of sleep. I still love you. I still love you, even though you're stinking soft as baby poop. Still love you. But I care about this stinking football program, man. And you know what? Maybe it's about time we had a little bit more toxic masculinity, a little bit of dudes, a couple of dudes here and there, bro, that'll just call it how it is, man. Start calling people out. Tired of the softness, man, at all 3 phases. Soft. Soul searching. This stinking off season. Bill, you're on the clock, bro. Get it done.